Hello, hello, hello. I am your app scavenger. Yes, yes. I've been looking all around for apps so you can learn Spanish. Puedes aprender español. Español. And I love to do that, but I decided something different. Something different this time. I wanted to be here with you and teach you myself, teach you some Spanish, basic Spanish, advanced Spanish, day-to-day Spanish, professional Spanish. What do you do when you travel? Si viajas, ¿cómo saludas? Si vas a Sudamérica, ¿cómo saludas? O si vas a España, ¿cómo saludas? So I decided to have that. Now, I was born in South America, in Sudamérica, y muy lentamente, very slowly, I moved to an English-speaking country, Canada. Canada. I've been here for a long, long time. Sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's hot. And I'll continue looking for apps for you. Everywhere I look, open my eyes and look. But also I want to teach you. I have sessions prepared. For example, sessions to teach you. My first session will be how to greet. How do you say hi? How do you greet somebody when you go to South America, somewhere? And also I have books, children's stories, for children of course, Historia para niños, and also we can talk about restaurants, food. I like food. And comida, restaurant, película, movies, gente, negocios, calles, cómo está el tiempo, street, businesses, weather, anything. So, this is the deal. You have to tell me what you want. What would you like me to do? I will continue looking for apps all the time, but would you like to talk to me? Would you like to learn Spanish? Learn what is life in Canada? Would you like to, if you speak Spanish, would you like to learn how life is in Canada and learn some English? I can do that. So, but let me know. Let me know what would you like to do. Oh, my first session is about to start. Okay? Hi, this is session number 1, our first session. And we are going to have fun together. We're going to learn how to greet people. What do you say when you meet somebody? When you meet a younger person, when you meet an older person, when you travel, when you're in business, and so on. So we are going to learn greetings. And in Spanish, how do you say greeting in Spanish? Say saludo. Saludar. ¿Cómo saludas a alguien? And we're going to start with one of the basics, which is informal greeting. Informal. And in Spanish is informal. So, informal, informal. And of course you know this. How do you say, how you greet somebody? You say basic, generic hi or hello. And in Spanish you say hola, hola. And of course here you know something, you don't say hola, hola. You don't pronounce the H. That's essential. You just say hola. And the key things to learn is that in Spanish, O, the vowel O, you always say O. You don't say O. No, you say O. A. Hola. Always. Whenever you see a letter vowel O, you say hola. If you're mad, you say hola. No, you're supposed to be polite and say hola. Okay, that's all for now. No, now we need to be serious because we're going to learn greetings, but formal. In Spanish, you got it. Oops. Formal. So, formal, formal. Don't take it as a rule in the case of the accent. But how do you say, how do you greet somebody in formal? Who's formal? Your parents, if they're serious, your boss, at work, stranger, older. And if it's in the morning, here things get a bit complicated. If it's in the morning, you say, oops, this is the English part, delete, 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 delete. You say, good morning. And in Spanish, you say, simple. Say, buenos días, buenos días, buenos días. And if it's in the afternoon, it's simple again. You say, good afternoon. This is E R. Good afternoon. And in Spanish, then you say, buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. That's when you meet somebody past lunchtime, usually. Say buenas tardes. But it still has to be light, bright. Cannot be evening. So, in English, when it's dark, you say good evening. And we don't have a word to say that, but so in Spanish you say buenas noches. Buenas noches. That's when it's dark. And when you're going to a house and meet somebody, buenas noches, how are you doing? That kind of thing. And remember, you say buenas noches, you don't say this. Be careful when you say, instead of say buenas noches, you say buenos nachos. Nachos, buenos nachos, no, buenas noches. That's what you say. So you don't say buenas noches, you'll be a bit embarrassed. That's it. So, and the last thing, when you leave a place, then you say, in English, you say good night. Have a good night or good night, because you're leaving the place. And in Spanish, you say the same thing. Okay, buenas noches. Bye bye, buenas noches. Yes, of course, there's other ways of saying to formal. And you say hasta luego. Hasta luego. It's quite formal in many places in Spanish. So, that is all. Greetings, Spanish. Greetings. Good morning, buenos días. Good afternoon, buenas tardes. Good evening, buenas noches. Good night, bye bye. Buenas noches. Hasta luego. Hasta luego means, of course, see you soon. Right? Okay. See you soon.